It's Two on the Aisle with me, Charles Gross, and Leslie Hoban Blake. Tonight we review Blood and Gifts and Stick Fly. Also, we close out 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Two on the Aisle. Good evening, I'm Charles Gross. Welcome to Two on the Aisle.
I'm the aforementioned Leslie Hoban Blake. Hello.
Yes, our drama desk president.
Vice President.
Vice President.
Vice President.
Well, she's very ambitious.
No, not really.
Not really.
I like
this is Stick Fly. This is, well, if you like the Bill Cosby show, you'll like the beginning of this. This is an affluent black family who has this really well-educated, very refined, who has this house which has been in the family for many generations in Martha's Vineyard. And they're having a family reunion. And both sons, there are two sons who show up, and each is bringing their fiance, but no one knows this. And one of their, as I said, it's a black family. One of the sons is a doctor. The father is a doctor. The second son, he's kind of the failure of the family because he's not a doctor.
Well, that's
he's a writer.
Dule Hill from
but
television.
But he is he's on the verge of success as a writer. And the older son, the doctor, is bringing home a white girl who he says is Italian. But just to give you an idea of the sophistication of this show, the family speaks Italian.
To her.
Yes, to her.
Yes, as if that. And she looks at them as that, why? What are you saying those things for?
Yes.
And she's not even dark. I mean, she doesn't have a dark complexion at all. She's blonde.
Yes, well, she turns out to be something else, but we won't get into that.
Well, we won't get into
there
that.
are a lot of revelations and situations. You know something's up when the mother doesn't. The father shows up. He's also a doctor, by the way.
Right.
And the mother doesn't.
And he's played by Ruben Santiago Hudson,
Yes.
of whom I'm extremely fond, who was in Seven Guitars, and then directed Seven Guitars just recently on Broadway. And one of the girls who's a fiancée is Tracy Thoms, who was in Rent the movie.
Right.
I don't think she was in Rent the play. And I directed her, which was lovely. And it's directed by Kenny Leon, who also directed Mountaintop. So
and
he's been a busy boy.
Yes, Condola Rashid.
Yes, who was in
as the maid's daughter, but again, the daughter of a woman who had served this family for so many years that she's practically part of the family. And that sets us up for a twist. All in all, it had a very real feel to it, at least for me, because there are problems and there are situations, but a lot of this play, it felt, this is kind of, I won't say this is my family, it's not, but this is the thing, there's no, well, there are some twists, but there's no tragic, horrible tragic.
I think the very ending, which we won't spoil, certainly has a tragic feel to it.
It does, but and the fact that it is so tragic shows how grounded in reality it is, where things like that can.
But that makes it a dramedy instead of a comedy, which is, I think, what happens. And what you have in the beginning, you said the Cosby Family, but it drifts into O'Neill. It drifts into Long Day's Journey into Night, where
I like that.
Thank you. Where revelations are made and people are astounded and different things happen and people break up and people don't break up and and that I thought was it's a brand new playwright. That's why I grabbed that. Look at Lydia Diamond. I believe this is her first or second play. There was some talk about why is this play on Broadway, and my question is why not? If they can get it produced. And by the way, it's produced by Liz McCann and her longtime partner, Nell Nugent. Yeah, Nell Nugent. And those two ladies have been doing this stuff for a very long time.
Very long time. The grand dams of
they really are.
Yes.
They really are, and deserve a lot of credit for getting this on. And as I say, Kenny Leon ran back and forth from Mountaintop to Stick Fly to get this to make this work.
And all in all, this would get my award for play that could be a sitcom pilot.
Yeah, I think that these characters could. I wouldn't mind watching. It's not.